Hi, budget friends. Stick around to see what my income and spending was for the last week of June. I'll also show you my new rent amount. It's not going to be pretty. As always, I'll update my account balances first. Okay, so now let's take a look at my income and spending for the week. Here are all of my income and expense transactions that I've posted to my account this last week of June. I had my Apple subscription that came through. I had two payments, one for credit card 2 and one for credit card 3. These payments changed based on my 1-year payoff plan for my two credit cards. I paid $83.66 towards that debt. I have credit card 1, which gets rewards, and it's my main credit card that I pay the balance off every month. So I did get some rewards, which normally I estimate around $25 of credit card rewards based on my spending. But this month I had $31. I put that towards my statement balance. And I also paid for that credit card. The balance was more than this. I paid half of it in the beginning of June, and then I split the second half up into two more payments. I did a quarter payment of $469 towards this, and the last payment I'm putting towards the end of the month. That's a quarter payment minus the credit card rewards. I'll be paying this later. I'm just being very careful with my payments because of the new increase in my rent. I just want to make sure that I have enough money to be able to pay for all of my bills. And if I end up having to not pay for the entire statement balance, then I'll do what I have to do. But I still am currently on track to be able to pay that last payment. Hopefully, I'll be still good to pay that credit card in full every month, just like I have been. The next thing that I purchased was gas for my car, and I paid $40. That was cash. I was under budget for my groceries. I usually budget $225 a week, and this week, this came in a little under budget. We've been trying to be very good about what we're purchasing and trying to save as much as we can and cut as many corners as we can for the time being. I put $70 in every other week into a holiday sinking fund for when the holidays come around. That came through. My secondary income is $110 a week. That came through. And also, I put $5 a week on Fridays into my two kids' savings accounts. That also came through. I have a toll card, and once it gets down to, I believe it's a $15 threshold, I get charged $25. So that happened. I went under the threshold, and so the $25 came through. I was expecting that to happen a little bit later at the beginning of next month, but it came through a little early. I had to move this up. And then I have a high yield savings account that I put $25 a month in typically. This went through. It's an automatic deposit that goes into this account. But I also put in an additional $600. I want to try and get as much interest as I possibly can while I can. I put $625 in for this past week. And then I had a subscription come through for $15. All of these posted, so I'm going to delete these from my budget. And I will have the new running balance because my account balances were updated, and I got rid of everything that's already posted to my accounts. These are future dollars that I am budgeting for. Now I'm going to show you my new amount that I'm going to be paying in rent. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to sort by description because I want to update all of the rent amounts. And then I'm going to just select rent only so it's easier for me to update. And you can see here I was paying $2,200 a month, and the new increase has gone up to $2,700 a month. I'll be changing all of these payments to $2,700, and for a year, which is unbelievable to me, for 1 year rent I pay $32,400 a year in rent, which seems crazy to me that I'm paying someone else that amount of money to live in their home. I would prefer not to do that. This increase was pretty big and really put everything into perspective. I am going to be struggling for a little while to keep up with this payment, but I am also going to be looking towards maybe finding a new location. We've actually been looking to find a new place to live. I have all sorts of calls out there and trying to figure out whether or not I can either rent another place or stay with some people or maybe buy a home. I know it's not a good time to buy a home, but if I'm going to be paying that amount of money, I'd rather be paying it towards equity in my own home rather than equity in someone else's home. So this is, it's just, I'm not happy. And it's been a struggle, and it's going to be a struggle. I'm going to keep moving forward though. Let me show you how this new amount has an impact on my budget now. I'm okay right now. I'm not going over budget, but as soon as July hits, I'm over budget. All of this in red, those are negative. I'm over budget. That's actually going to be a concern. It's going to continue to be a concern. I'm quite a bit over budget, and it's going to keep happening. So I'm going to have to make some sacrifices and go through my budget little by little, week by week, month by month, to make sure that I don't go over budget and see where I can make a few small sacrifices to offset this new rent. In this case, though, as I mentioned, I usually split my credit card payment from my main credit card into 2 or 3 or 4 in this month's case payments. This is the entire payment estimated. It's going to be the statement balance. It's estimated. It may be a little bit more, it may be a little bit less. It depends on what the statement balance is when it comes through. I split it up so that I'm paying it throughout the month before the next statement balance. So we'll reassess this when I get the new statement for July, and I will update this so that I won't be going over budget. I'm feeling okay for now. July appears to be okay. I get rather close to going under $500, which I don't like to do, but I should be okay if I split those payments up for this credit card. My kids and I did not go out to eat. I usually budget $90 towards eating out, and I lowered that for the month of June to $25. We didn't use this $25 for the month of June, so I'm gonna get rid of this out of my budget. And I am also going to sort by description, and I have another small sacrifice that we're going to be making. I've already turned off my streaming service Subscriptions, we're going to save a little bit on that. I'm not going to completely get rid of this from my budget, but I am going to change this to 0. And I think I'm going to change it to be 0 until the end of the year. It's not a lot, but every little bit helps. I'm going to put all of the descriptions of everything back into my budget and sort it by date. And that'll do it for this last week of June. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and for all of your support. Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It's budget friendly and it doesn't cost you a thing, but it really does make a huge difference. Please also share your comments and let me know how you budget. I would love to know how you keep yourself on track when you have unexpected impacts to your budget. Thanks again for watching. Bye.